I really can't believe you guys. I'm absolutely in shock. You absolute pussies. You know, I thought the main demographic of this channel was men, but apparently I'm broadcasting purely the females. Take my gum out for this. We are on the cusp of the biggest bull run in history. I'll explain why that's going to happen in this video. I'll make it very clear to you because I'm having to make an emergency video now. Testosterone levels on Twitter throughout crypto are at all-time lows.
40k Bitcoin, it's gonna go lower, crypto's dead.
And I, the golden god of crypto, the most woke, the most famous crypto shot caller in the history of YouTube. Instead of making videos talking about how the market's gonna boom, what we should be looking at, I'm having to make babysitting videos. I'm having to come here, pick up you chubby little toddlers, and console you, and coddle you, and explain to you, no, this is actually what we're supposed to be looking for right now. No, if you want to make money in crypto, yes, it takes holding through some losses. Did you think from November we were just going to easily slide into the 20x gains we saw in coins we talked about, and then just hold that to a clean 50x? Did you think it would be that easy? If so, you are like a Cardano holder who thinks his wife is faithful to him. You are naive, you are foolish, and you are likely getting sloppy 15ths. Yet somehow thinking, oh, you know something that we don't. No, you little c***, you don't. If you were good at this, you wouldn't be on a video like this on the toilet looking for investment advice from an actual retard, would you? No, you're not a professional stock trader. And that is why you do the smart thing. You follow the golden god of crypto. You do not think, you do not question, you come to this channel and you let someone with a testosterone of more than 5 tell you how you should be operating in the markets. And boy, let me tell you, everybody's bearish, everybody's upset right now. The entirety of crypto Twitter needs to get on TRT because, in my opinion, we're looking at what is about to be the biggest bull run in history. We're looking at the point where everyone goes, oh, I don't want to do crypto anymore. And then it goes, like it always does, and butt all the doubters, which is why I'm presenting today's video in a low-key, non-hyperbolic way so you can calm down and look at the market for what it's about to potentially do. Look at the risk to reward, which is why I'm not doing the jokes. I'm not being polarizing. I'm just coming down to a dumbed down, easygoing, casual form myself. So that even the newcomers to this channel can be like, wow, this guy looks really scientific and factual. I think I'll base my entire life savings investments on this guy. Because in this video, I'm gonna lay out the potential trajectory of what we're actually seeing here. And if I'm right, if we hit this, which I think is inevitable, the gains we're gonna see not just from Bitcoin and Solana and AVAX, but in altcoins are going to be nuclear. This video, jokes aside, is my hard call on the market. This is what I think is going to happen. This is where I'm betting. If I'm wrong, so be it. But the potential upside here is so incredibly damn large that placing the bet on this is like going to Vegas where there's a roulette table and there's 50-50 odds. But if you lose 50% of your money. But if you win, you make 50x. You should take that bet every single day. And that's the bet we're seeing right now that people cannot see because they are short-sighted, low testosterone men who have sat on a cucumber covered in estrogen. And while everybody else is crying, I want to help you look at things the right way. So get your kids out of the room, tell your wife to off, call your grandfather and tell him an incredibly good-looking muscular man is finally laying out the way to riches on the internet because the most important famous person in all of crypto is ready to speak. But on a serious note, the comments on this are going to be terrible. Just go look at the comments before the video starts. Skim down. I'll give you a few seconds. The absolute rage we're going to see here, dude, opening the video like that in these terrible market conditions is going to be... But seriously, jokes aside, no more jokes this entire video. None at all. It's going to be a very serious, down-to-earth video, but without satire. A lot of my videos we're talking about coins that are going up and pumps and whatnot, because that's exciting. That's the content everybody wants. But if you look at the reality of what we've talked about on this channel this past year, we've really only done one thing. We bought coins in November, and then we've sat on them thick-cheeked until now. We've rode them up to 15, 20x's. We've rode them down 80%, 70%, 60% now. I told you middle of this year we're at the highs. We're going to see volatility. Altcoins are going to take nuclear dives that make you want to throw up. There's an entire hour-long video on this channel this year before that happened saying things are going to be terrible. You're not going to like this. The market is horrible. If you look at why everybody on crypto Twitter is so angry and so depressed and so manic bipolar. This is why. This is what crypto is. And through this video, I want to walk you through the actual big picture here, because if you're actually looking at crypto as a whole and everything that's ever happened in crypto, it looks really damn good that we're about to do very well in the market. And this video is to serve as the "this is what Becker said" video. If you want a clear, laid out, this is what I think is going to happen, this is what I'm calling, this is the video. It serves as that. Just like my super bullish video in November last year. And I've stayed bullish this entire time. I'm not going back on other videos about I wasn't bullish. No, I'm bullish the entire time because we have a simple thesis on this channel. We have a simple goal that I would be absolutely dumbfounded if we don't hit this. I can't fathom it not happening in the next year or so. And so I want to get absolute super clarity on what I'm thinking, what I've been thinking since November of last year, so you can actually look at the market from this 30,000 foot view. Because if you're looking at it right now, it looks terrible. You don't know what's going to happen. Time-wise, it's boring. This is the worst crypto's ever been, which is why it's obvious what I think is about to happen is going to happen. And if not, we just lose all of our money. That's always been the bet. But if we are right here, which I think is very likely, 20, 30, 40, 50Xs, they are on the table. It's happened before. I think it's going to happen again. So in this video, I want to walk you through what the market is doing, what we're looking at. And I want to walk you through why you probably shouldn't be selling. I want to walk you through, if we're looking at how crypto usually behaves, the risk to reward here is phenomenal. And if you are not taking the risk to reward, in my opinion, I think you're making a mistake. As always, this is not financial advice. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know why you watch this channel. What about this says, hey, this guy seems like a financial, what are you doing? There's like 5,000 financial analysts on YouTube and you come to the guy who looks like he works at a gay strip club and reeks of Axe body spray. I didn't make this decision for you, but I'll just tell you straight up, this isn't financial advice. But on the flip side, I'm perfect, I'm a golden god, and I'm the best investor in crypto history. So take it for what it's worth. But seriously, let's get down to business. In fact, based on what we're seeing, what I'm showing you, I think the chances for us to see the biggest gains, potentially in all of crypto history, are right around the corner, but you need to understand why, because everyone's like, oh no, everything's ruined. Crypto's dead. The market's over. When the market's doing what it has literally always done before bull runs, always. You are like a guy trying to text a hot girl, slide into her DMs, and throwing a temper tantrum when she doesn't message you back. Dude, she's got 50 other DMs. Learn a bit of swagger. Have a little bit of confidence. Susie's probably drunk and at a bar while you're at home checking your DMs, wondering why she's not messaging you back. She'll come around. Go eat a steak. Go lift a weight. Stop jerking off to hentai and man up. It's gonna be okay. Let me explain why. So look, let's talk about the market. I want to overview what the market is doing, and not just what I'm seeing, but how you should be looking at the market. Again, also, if you want faster updates, follow me on Twitter at ZSSBecker. You're going to see what I'm thinking and market updates and also things I think are useful so much faster. I can only make a YouTube video once a week tops. Look, if we look at the market right now, it looks terrible. And I want to be very clear. This is not me making a video saying it's not going lower or you're safe, everything's going to be fine. No, you are playing the Russian roulette of investing. This is going to Vegas. 85-90% of people in crypto leave in losses. And of that, only about 5% of that 100% actually leave in any significant amount of gains. The chances that you are going to make it out of this alive are low. I've always stated that in this channel. But if you can kind of grasp how crypto works and how it usually moves and look at the market and the way I'm going to show you in this video, I think you have a lot better chances. I think this is going to help you avoid mistakes that I made early on in crypto. I think this is going to help you avoid mistakes that most people make in crypto because they're viewing the markets in the absolute wrong way. And this video is not for you if you're a professional trader. Look, if you're swing trading this stuff, you're buying here, you're selling here, you're doing that, this is not for you. And this is not 99% of people. That's a whole different type of trading. What we are trying to do here is we are trying to buy from near lows and hold to around-ish bull market tops, or at least take profits on the way up. I have multiple videos on how to take profits, selling patterns, all that jazz all over this channel. You can go check those videos out. So please do not take this as me saying, we're only going up from here. No, I don't know where we are going from in the immediate near future. I am extremely confident of where we are going in the middle to long-term future. And that's really all that matters because we're looking for those big, huge gains that come in the long term in crypto. We're not looking to swing trade this. This is why on this channel we've held since November. I haven't touched my portfolio. I haven't considered selling, and this is why. So look, we're looking at the market right now. Let's just say that the last year, all right, we went from 25,000 to 72,000. We're now at 54,000. Everybody's like, this is the end of the world. Now, everybody on Twitter and everything is calling for 40K. I don't think we get that, but could we? Yes, but does it matter in the context of what we're trying to do here? No. It does not. Does its impact on altcoins matter in context of what we're trying to do here? No, it does not. Here is simply why. On this channel, since November, where I got in very, very hard, but I've been buying basically any dips in Bitcoin, Solana, AVAX that have popped up. And those are not the coins we're mainly investing in and trying to make money here. Those are just a nice, cozy, safe coins in crypto. We make money in the lower altcoins. But just accumulation, I think buying Bitcoin, AVAX, Solana for the long term is just a good basic high return bet. But that's not where we're looking to make all the money at. What we do on this channel is we use Bitcoin as a North Star to predict how all the smaller coins are going to move. Now, the thesis on this channel for the last year, and still is that Bitcoin is going to cross 100K. I think it's personally going to go to 150K, but I'm not holding out to that point. The point where we really start getting aggressive about selling is at 100K Bitcoin. And I'll explain why here in a second. But I see it almost as unfathomable that Bitcoin does not make a rise to pass 100,000 in the next year. I just don't see that not happening. And if that doesn't happen, we are screwed. That's the essence of this bet. But the way people are looking at crypto and the way people view crypto is very stupid because they view it in a black and white way and they try to view it with certainty. You need to understand right now is we're not trying to view this with certainty, and we're certainly not looking at it short-term black and white. What people see when they see these charts right here is they see 72 to 54,000, they see themselves in the red and they see bad. Crypto's bad investment, shouldn't be investing in it, should have sold. And they look at this and when they buy right now, they're looking at, okay, how can I get 100% certainty that I'm going to make money? You're never going to get that. And if you're trying to get that, you see so many people on YouTube and crypto Twitter trying to be like, he called it wrong or he called it right. And people saying, I caught this right or wrong. No, we're not trying to ever call anything right or wrong here. What we're trying to do is find bets that are extremely lopsided. And this bet that we're looking at right now is extremely, extremely lopsided. In my opinion, there is at least, I think there's much higher, but let's just not be hyperbolic here. I think there's at least a 60% chance that Bitcoin crosses 100K in the next year. I would be flabbergasted if it doesn't, but let's just work with like a low end estimate right here. Now, if Bitcoin crosses 100K, the coins we play in this channel are going to do 20, 30, 40Xs. So again, this is like we're not looking for certainty. We're not looking for some stock pick that's 100% going to pay off no matter what. We're not predicting the future. We are taking a bet. It's like we're going to Vegas right now and there's a roulette table. It's 50-50 odds. If you lose 50% of your money. If we buy in right here, particularly in altcoins, you're going to lose 50-60% of your money that you put in. However, if we're right, we're going to get 20-30Xs on it. What usually would pay 2 to 1 in Vegas is paying 30 to 1 in crypto. That's the bet. It's a coin flip, but it's a damn good coin flip to take. It's a once in a lifetime risk to reward opportunity. That's what we're doing. Now, why do we think like that? Why do we hold that viewpoint? Well, look, everybody right here is looking at 25 to 74K to 54K, and it's taken forever to get to 54K. Everybody's just sick of waiting. Everybody's super impatient. Where's my money? Where's the money at? And that's because everyone is fucking stupid. If we look at Bitcoin, let's just go look at 2019's bull run. Okay, let's just go look at this. Let's see if this is even out of the ordinary. So we went from, at the low right here, from 3K. I don't even think it recorded how low it got right here. I remember this day. It got down to 3K for just a second. And then we got all the way up to 66K. Now, a lot of people are going to look at this chart right here. Let me make sure I'm getting this all in here. They're going to look at this chart and think that I'm going to say this is what's happening right here. No, okay? What we want to look at is we want to look at its performance before the bull run, okay? So right here, we went to 12,000, and then we got down to 8,000, actually 7,000. That's a way bigger dip than what we're seeing right now. The thing almost got cut in half. It almost went down 50% before its run up. And then you have to understand this run up right here. It went from 3,000 to 12,000. It did a 4X. So let's look at what just recently happened. We went from we got to about 20,000 and we went to 72,000. We did about a 4.5X. We did the same exact movement we saw at the peak of 2019. Now, I'm not even including the COVID dip right here because that was a black swan. But what we saw is here's the 2017 bull run. We saw it go down bigly, go back up to 12,000, and then go down almost 50%. And during this time right here, people saw it go up to 12,000, saw bull runs back on, and then it just declined for a really long time. And then people got sick of it, and then COVID came around. They finally had a reason to capitulate and dump. Okay? I don't think we're going to get some huge COVID negative candle right here. But again, it's still irrelevant because if we're looking at this right here, 12,000 to 7,000. Everybody was fed up with it then. Then it went down, then it diddled around, then it went up a little bit, and then it just went parabolic. So if we're looking at how Bitcoin usually behaves, what does it do after a bull run? It crashes, it goes down, goes up, maybe 3, 4x, even 5x even. Then it lollygaggles and goes back down a whole lot, and people get tired of it, and then it goes nuclear. And so what we're looking at, based on all past behavior, is the exact same thing. We're looking at the same run up before 2019 all over again, except the numbers are much bigger this time. But there's so many things that are in Bitcoin's favor this time versus 2019. Now, let's actually go and look at other coins, because we're not trying to make tons of money in Bitcoin here. I have a lot of Bitcoin, but this isn't me trying to get rich owning Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just something I think is going to go up for the next 10, 20 years. It's like investing in the S&P 500. If we're trying to make money, let's just go look at a good old big chunky coin, Ethereum, the biggest of all chunky coins outside of Bitcoin. Now let's go look at how it performed. Okay, you can see right here, after the 2017-2018 bull run, it went down from $1,000 all the way to $100. And then it went up again. Okay, it went to like $300 right here. Did a nice clean 3x. What has it recently done? Oh, a nice clean 2 to 3x. And then it crashed all the way back down to $100 in the COVID dip. Okay, so let's look at how people are trying to trade this right now, how they're thinking. So everybody right here is getting all upset because Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of them have done this exact price movement. They went up 3, 4, 5x, and now they're down 50, 40%. And then altcoins much, much lower, but we'll talk about those here in a second. And everybody's like, oh, I'm fed up. I'm going to try and buy lower, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, you are down 50, 60% right now, but this isn't stock trading. The way crypto always looks when people get cataclysmic gains is they come in, it goes up, and they go through a period of loss. Maybe it goes up again, they go through a period of loss, and then they sell when there's a huge bull run. This is how the smart people do it. Most people are not smart. Most people get in right here, okay? Or they get in right here and then say crypto's dead, or they get in right here and then they exit right here. Or they get tired of it and exit right here. No one does this. And if you look at some of the most wild gains in crypto, there's usually a period of substantial loss or boring periods during that time. Do you think everybody just hops in when things are exciting and then gets exciting gains and exit? No, everybody leaves here bloody red. Everybody dies in crypto, except these people right here that do this. Now there's people that get out right here, they do well. But usually it's when people are completely fed up with crypto. And those people buying are the ones that make all the money. So what are people right now? Completely fed up with crypto. But again, if we're looking at this scenario right here, these numbers are very small, so bear with me. We went from like 350 bucks, whatever, down to 100 bucks. Now, would it be worth your time if you're not an active trader? If you are an active trader, again, if you're some hedge fund savant and you can swing trade these things, ignore what I'm saying. Why are you watching this video? Why aren't you just making billions of dollars running a hedge fund, you fucking genius? If that's you and you're some wild trader and you can call these tips and tops and stuff like that, you have no point. Why are you not on a beach just snorting cocaine and making panda bears fight each other? If you're so damn smart. Maybe not so smart. But look, if we look at this right here, would it be really worth your time if we're trying to get these gains right here? We're trying to get gains like this. Is it worth your time to be buying and selling these lows and highs right here? What a pointless waste of time. What's the bigger risk? The risk is probably that you get fed up right here. See, when we're at $300 right here, you get fed up and you sell this decline right here and you think, all right, I'm going to try and buy back lower. Okay, so let's look at what happened right here. If you maybe bought in at 100, you took the $300 exit, and then you just kind of maybe sold it like 186. Okay, you thought maybe I'm going to buy lower. If we remove this COVID dip right here, the greatest risk and what people were doing in 2019 leading up to it is they saw Ethereum get up to $500. No one cared. During this time right here, what we're going to see, I guarantee it, is we're going to see Bitcoin and Ethereum start to creep up. Bitcoin's going to go to 2,500, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000. And people are going to be like, it's just bear trap, just boring. And then it went parabolic. And people that just held from right here or right here or right here, doesn't matter where they bought in this timeline right here. They got a clean 20 to 45x. That's the game we're looking for. We're not looking for these gains right here. What we've seen this year is these gains right here. We're not looking for that. I'm not looking to ride the market from a $20,000, $30,000 Bitcoin to a $72,000 Bitcoin. I'm looking to ride it when people go nuts past 100K. That's what we're looking for. That's where the gains are going to be at. And so to emphasize this, to stress this, look at BNB in this chart right here. All right, this is a very similar coin to a lot of things we trade in. Actually, we trade even more degenerate stuff on this channel. I'll talk about gaming here in a second and what we saw last run right there so you can see this in even a bigger way. I'm just working my way down the list of actual huge gains right here. But if we go look at this chart right here, it looks like BNB just went parabolic. It did nothing and went parabolic. But if we really go look at this before it did its run in 2019, this little dude went from lower this, went from 10 cents to $33. Okay, it went crazy. And so during this period right here leading up to the run, it looked like, okay, let's look at it from his peak right here. This is a long period right here. Long period. People were like, oh, this is dead. We should have sold, get out of here. And so imagine if you were like flipping around and selling this right now. Again, we're looking for those huge giant gains I just pointed out that are at the end of this chart that I've hidden. Imagine if you sold this right now. Now, you could have left in good profit. Did you leave in life-changing profit? Actually, if you got right here, yes. But let's imagine when it was already hyped up at like, I don't know, like $5. Okay, we got a good 6x, a good 8x on there. Great. If you're looking for just a 5, 8x, I don't understand why you're doing crypto. You should just go start a business or something. We're here to get these crazy gains. Because you're not going to consistently get these 8x's in crypto. You need to be able to hold for these really huge gains and be able to be in risk for a long period of time when you're outside of a clear bull run. So everybody right here, the same exact thing we're seeing right here. Altcoins are dead, crypto's boring, crypto's blah, 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 blah. There's no way, you should have sold the top, And then the thing went and did a 20x from where it was in the top. This is what we're looking for. We're not trying to get off of this. And the stupidest thing you can do, again, if you're not a professional trader, is trying to play around in this area right here. You're trading nickels and dimes. And again, if we look at this, look at how far it dove. It went from $37 to $10. It took an 80% dip. What have we seen in altcoins? 70 to 80% dips. What did I tell you middle of this run? We're going to see massive volatility, so much it's going to make you want to throw up. What have we seen? Massive volatility, so much it makes you want to throw up. And is there a potential right now in this bull run that what we're seeing, we don't see this. We don't see this. Yes. But I don't see Bitcoin not going above 100K. I just don't see it. That's the bet. If that doesn't work, we're going to lose money. A lot of it. We're not going to make any of the gains back. It's done. I don't see that happening. If we do see that happening, we're going to see this in altcoins. It's going to be crazy. So for example, I'm not going to really talk about coins too much in this video because you guys know my picks. They haven't changed. So Super. What did we see? Like we're seeing a very BNB-ish like chart right here. We went from, when we bought this in November, from 9 cents all the way up to $1.30. We're down to 62 cents. So we've seen about, I can't really do math, maybe 60, 70% decline right here. I think Super is going to like $5 this cycle. So this is why when I'm looking at my coins, yeah, this is not great. But we weren't looking to sell right here. We're looking to sell in the true, holy moly, the world is ending bull run. We're looking to sell past the 100K Bitcoin. So what you have to do in crypto is you have to have your overall thesis. And the way I do my thesis is very simple. It's all based around Bitcoin's movement. Bitcoin has not done its big move. Why on earth would we sell any coins before Bitcoin has done its big move? Yes, if we're looking for short-term profit and to make some short-term gains in the market, sure, let's do it. But that's not what we're trying to do in this channel. We're trying to get the BNB-like situation. And you have to keep that in context while you're looking at all this. People see this and like, can you imagine if someone called BNB from like $5 and said this thing is going to be huge in the future, and then it went to $30 and then it went down to $10 and everyone got mad at him and said that he should have sold. What? Everybody got mad at him. We're getting mad at this guy and say, hey, you should have sold. And the person, when Bitcoin clearly wasn't in a bull run, it wasn't going back to its all-time highs at that time. It was doing well, but this is not what we're seeing. Why would you play around with these price points right here and trying to swing and exit? The true goal right here was buy BNB and then wait until Bitcoin has its true bull run. That's what we're trying to do. If your strategy is go and make a 5, 6x on things, yeah, things are going terrible for you right now. But you're trying to trade a really long-term trade in a short-term time frame. And the timelines are making everyone really upset because everyone's getting really impatient. Smart Trader I follow on Twitter literally just made a huge post. You should go check it out after this. I retweeted on my Twitter, which you should follow me at ZSS Becker. You're going to get updates on what's going on in the market much faster. Talked about the main reason people are super duper upset right now is the timelines. And that's exactly what's going on right here. The reason why everybody's getting so upset in crypto and so mad and so bitter, go read the comments on this video, is because it's taking a long time. If Bitcoin went to 72,000 to 54,000, then back up to 78,000 within a week, everyone would be fine. But the problem is, this is what's occurring right now. We declined from, in alts, from $37 to $12, making people think the market's never coming back and it's never going to happen again. Could that happen? Yes. I don't see Bitcoin not going to 100K. And so this action right here is the definition of irrelevant. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's sickening if you look at crypto in these short-term terms. But the times when you need to be scared and fearful is when crypto's doing this right here. This is when you should be petrified, because this is when you're actually dealing with life-changing gains that you could lose. These are not the life-changing gains you're looking for in crypto. I'm not here to turn $1 million into $5 million. I'm here to turn $1 million into $20 million. That's what I'm trying to do. And you're not going to turn $1 million or $1,000 or $5,000 or $100,000 into a 20x return in crypto or a 30x return in crypto, selling the first 6x you get. And so what we're looking at right here in crypto is everybody panicking over what crypto has done most bull runs. They're panicking over the same exact price action we saw before the largest bull run in crypto history. And what we're looking at again is like we're at a roulette table and the odds are 50-50. Now, just being real with you, I don't want you taking any action on this channel because I said to. These are my thoughts. This is what's worked for me in the past. This is what I've seen work for other people in crypto in the past. I think the odds that we see 100K Bitcoin in the next year are very, very high. At least roulette table 50-50 high. That could be super duper foolish, but that's what I see. And based on that bet right there, if we see that 100K Bitcoin, we're going to see those 20, 30Xs in alts. I am completely fine taking a 50-50 bet where if I lose, I lose 50% of my money. But if I win, I make a 30X. And that's how you need to start viewing crypto so that you can be comfortable with the risk that you're taking. What people are doing here is they don't view it as risk. They don't view crypto as risk. They view it as a yes-no black and white outcome where they can come in and there's a 100% chance they make money or it was the wrong call. If you can go, let's, for example, this is the last thing I want to leave you with and how you need to look at crypto or you're going to go insane, like everybody's going insane right now, is look, let's say we have a roulette table and let's say we have 50-50 odds. But let's lower the returns here. Let's just say it pays 5-1. All right, this is the worst drawing in history. Let me explain to you this very serious concept and let me draw it with the prowess of a 5-year-old fourth grader in Purple Crayon. Let's actually make it purple. Just there we go. Now we're cooking. All right, so look, we're at a roulette table, 50-50, 5-1 returns on it. If you're a smart person, you would just sit at this table forever and take this bet anytime it popped up. Even if the bet popped up once every 3 years, you would take it. Why? Because if we make this bet 6 times, we are going to lose 3 times by odds. So let's just look at this. We're betting $100 each hand. So we put in $100. Let's imagine we lose it. We put in another $100. We lose it. Now, the odds that we win this next hand, again, this isn't how odds work, but just bear with me and get the general concept here. We put in $100 again. We make $500. So even with these odds right here, we're just eventually going to profit. If we do this bet 200 times in a row, we're going to make so much money it's stupid because the odds are lopsided. So what we're trying to do in crypto is we're not trying to find some 100% safe bet. Bitcoin and the markets can take an absolute nosedive. But this bet right here, especially if we play in altcoins like the coins I talk about on this channel that you can go check out on all my other videos, we're dealing with a table that doesn't pay 5-1, but we're dealing with a table that pays 20, 30-1 if Bitcoin goes past 100K. Gaming crypto is going to go nuts. AI crypto is going to go nuts. Altcoins and other smaller niche markets in the crypto are going to go nuts. 20, 30Xs will just be blatant. You can go look at the 2019 run, go find any coin that did well. Look how it performed from early 2019 to the end of it. You're going to see the same exact outcome each time. And that's what we're shooting for. Yes, you can be wrong about the markets. If you say, I think, for example, I say Bitcoin's going to go to 100K. I can be wrong about that, but I'm not trying, and you have to stop trying to say, this has to happen. You have to say, this bet is lopsided. And then you take lopsided bets until it works out. If you look at the best traders in the world, what they're doing is they're not predicting the market with certainty. They're finding bets in the market that are lopsided, and then they take those bets. They take bets that pay 3-1, have an 80% chance of working, which normally would only get you 10, 20% returns, but instead pay 50, 60% returns. They take this logic right here and play with much lower multiples than we're doing right now. That's why everybody's so mad all the damn time, because they're not looking at these things like bets. They're not sticking to one clear long-term thesis. They're just looking at price going up and down and not seeing the big picture of what they're trying to do. And that's why most people absolutely fail at crypto. And that's what I see going on everywhere right now. And that's why people are losing their mind. And probably if we see 100K Bitcoin making terrible decisions right now, making absolutely horrible decisions. They are the person selling Ethereum for $160 when it went from $300 to $100. They're selling it at $160 and saying, ah, and making those decisions right now before Ethereum ran up to $4,500. That's what they're doing right now if the markets perform like they have in the past. And the coin flip is going to be absolutely ugly to people doing this. The risk is not being in the market. The risk is missing out on this bet. So those are my thoughts on the market. That's what I think. It's the same exact bet we placed in November. We're going to start thinking about selling. We're going to start thinking about moving the market when we see Bitcoin cross 100K. If it doesn't do that, we're not doing anything. We will eat any loss. We'll dive anywhere we want to go. We'll dive into any red on the premise of what I just laid on this video. Until Bitcoin hits 100K, there's nothing to think about. There's nothing to do. Sit with the bet. Let the roulette table spin. That's all I got. If you want faster updates on what I'm thinking, follow me on Twitter at CSSBecker. If you want videos on selling and how you should be looking at selling, or coins that you could maybe be looking at, I don't think you should buy my coins, but you should look at the theories behind those coins. They're all over this channel. That's all I got.